Tonight, Princess Diana and her last hours alive. Do you remember where you were the morning of August 31st, 1997? That was the day we awoke to the stunningly tragic news. Princess Diana had died. Now, 10 years later, so much mystery still surrounds that fatal Paris car crash and the events that led up to the accident. Was Henri Paul, Diana and Dodi's driver, drunk? Did paparazzi following the princess's car cause the crash? And could Diana's death actually have been a planned murder? We went to Paris to retrace Diana's last steps, where she was the night of Saturday, August 30th, and what she did in those final hours and moments leading up to the fatal crash. Diana did not die alone. She was with her new lover, Dodi Al-Fayed. Dodi Al-Fayed was the son of Mohammed Al-Fayed, one of the world's richest businessmen. It is believed that Diana first met Dodi in 1987 at a polo match in England, but they did not reconnect until 10 years later in July of 1997. Mohammed Al-Fayed had invited Diana for a vacation at his estate in Saint-Tropez. Diana brought her two young sons, William and Harry, along for the trip. Mohammed's son, Dodi, was there, and apparently Dodi and Diana hit it off. It seemed like a whirlwind romance over the next 6 weeks. Diana and Dodi were with each other constantly. They went on several more holidays together and cruised in the Mediterranean. Many believe they were falling deeply in love. On the final weekend of August, Diana and Dodi were in Paris at the Ritz Hotel. You know the tragic end of the story. But what you may not know is what Diana and Dodi were doing on Saturday, August 30th, just before the fatal crash. Tonight, you will find out. Good evening. I'm Greta Van Susteren. 10 years after her death, Princess Diana remains an icon to many people around the world. Diana was only 36 years old when she died, but in her years alive, Diana achieved a level of fame that is almost hard to imagine. Diana was born in 1961. She was born into a well-off and well-respected British family. Diana always loved children. She became a kindergarten teacher after she finished school. She was still just a teenager herself. And then she met Prince Charles. Diana was only 20 years old when they married in 1981. It was a fairy tale wedding watched by many tens of millions all around the world. The marriage produced two sons, William and Harry. But their marriage was anything but a fairy tale. After years of trouble, they separated in 1992. Princess Diana and Prince Charles were officially divorced 4 years later. Diana was 34 and still searching for love. She may have finally found that love with Dodi Al-Fayed in the summer of 1997. But as we know, their lives came to a crashing end in a Paris tunnel at the end of that summer. There are many unanswered questions about Princess Diana and the night she died. Tonight, you will learn all about Diana's final hours, what she was doing in Paris with Dodi Al-Fayed, how they spent their time together, and how they ended up in a car driving through the Alma Tunnel on that August night in 1997. We are in Paris, France. Behind me is one of the most beautiful hotels in all of Paris. It's the Ritz. It's owned by Mohammed Al-Fayed, the father of Dodi Al-Fayed. And this is where the story begins.